One of my favorite things in the second date update is hearing how people meet each other.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, it's always interesting to
Yeah.
find out where people meet and how they meet. And especially like for me as a guy, that's all I know is like the pressure of going up to talk to a girl when you're out in public and you don't know what's going to happen. It's always that nerve-wracking experience. I know for me, every time I've met a girl out, it's always like you see her and she's beautiful and you want to talk to her and you're like, oh man, okay, I'm going to go up to her and I'm going to offer her the $80 that I have in my pocket. And if that's not good, I guess I'll go up to 90, whatever she wants.
She looks expensive, so.
You know, it's always been really difficult for me to meet women in public, but it is interesting to see where people meet each other. And Paul, who's on the phone to do a second date update today, met the girl that he wants to call at a farmer's market. That's where he says he met her.
Sweet.
Paul, how does somebody meet a girl at a farmer's market? What are you just walking around and you throw some fresh wheat behind you? And just hopefully she follows you home. I mean,
Have you ever been to a farmer's market?
Yeah, they don't have like bales of
Yeah, you
hay,
can't just
like-
buy exactly.
that's what I guess I've never really been. That's what it seems like it would be to me. How's it going, Paul?
Hey guys, how's it going? Big
Good.
fan of yours, guys.
So how did you meet this girl at a farmer's market?
So basically, it was over the weekend, and I was hungover. All right, it was like 3 in the afternoon. I woke up.
You said
And who gets up? What dude gets up hungover and is like, you know what I'm going to do? Head down to the farmer's market.
Hey man, I got to cleanse. You know,
Okay.
I mean that's the first thing you got to do when you're hungover. You know,
All
Get
right.
some fresh fruit.
that works. That totally works.
Okay.
So you wandered into the farmer's market still drunk from the night before.
Yeah, I was more groggy. I was just like, you know, I just needed to sober up. I needed any healthy antioxidant type of stuff to
All right.
flush my system out.
Okay, so what's the girl's name, by the way, that you met at the farmer's market?
Lisa, her name's Lisa.
Lisa. All right, tell us about when you met Lisa.
So there was like some cheese samplings going on, and I still had the munchies, you know, because I hadn't eaten yet.
Dude, that
And,
sounds good, actually, on a hangover. Like, if I were they do that? They do cheese sampling?
Yes, they do
Bavaria
lots of
Munster,
sampling,
it's
yeah.
really cool. Brie.
Paul, I think you and I need to start hanging out at farmer's markets. You sound exactly like my type of
And
guy.
you're always hungover, Jubal, so.
That's the play, man.
All right, so you're there drunk, eating the cheese, and that's when she walked up?
Yeah, like, you know, I was there. It was a weird thing. It was almost like Ladies and the Tramp, where, you know, like the spaghetti scene, but it
Yeah.
was like with a piece of cheese.
No.
And we both like reached up and we were like, oh, hello.
Oh, you
You
like
know?
went to grab the same piece of cheese?
Yeah.
That is a romantic
I'm going to
story.
be honest. I mean, if I was this girl and there's this really hungover dude eating cheese at the farmer's market, I'm not immediately attracted to you, okay?
Yeah, I don't think she could tell I was hungover, honestly, because you know how it is when you like still have the bed hair, you still feel sexy and confident, you know, where you're still kind of buzzed, but you're still like, yeah, I own it.
All
All right, so you guys went to grab the same piece of cheese, and you were like, what's up, girl? What are you doing here?
Yeah.
Like pepper jack?
Well, not like that. I mean, I was still a gentleman, so I was like, oh, my bad, you know, you could have it, you know, and we kind of sparked a little conversation, you know, flirty, and she was smiling at all the dumb stuff I was saying, and afterwards, I was bold, you know, because, you know, I was still a little tipsy, and I was like, hey, you want to, like, maybe grab a coffee or something,
Okay.
you know?
So did you go straight from the farmer's market to go get coffee?
No, I mean, first she had to finish up some errands and shopping, so I kind of was like with her, you know, because I was like, I have to be like, oh yeah, I'm shopping too, though, but like, yeah, after we finished shopping, so I had to shop as well.
So you had to pretend shop at the farmer's market to get your date.
Yeah, I guess I did because the spark was there, and she seemed pretty interesting, and I don't know, I was just like, I can't blow this opportunity, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys walked around the farmer's market and bought groceries and then went for coffee.
It was pretty cool. It was like a little place near there, and she's a really cool chick, you know? She's really real. She's not into, like, materialistic stuff, which kind of, like, interests me. Like, she's not into, like, clothes or, like, you know, labels or, you know.
How do
So
you,
you met her at a farmer's market, and she's not into anything materialistic. You met a hippie.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, I guess,
That's
you know.
cool.
She's just different from other girls, I guess, you know?
And so, I mean, coffee went well then? How long did you guys stay?
Oh, we probably hung out for, like, a good 20 minutes or so, just, like, talking about life. And the only thing was, like, afterwards, I kind of asked her out, and I said, hey, can we, like, maybe actually go on a date or something? And she said, yeah, why not? Maybe. And she smiled, and then I just took her number.
Maybe is not necessarily the best thing to
Why
hear.
not, maybe?
She smiled. She smiled.
Okay.
That's just like a good signal of like positivity.
I mean,
So how'd
it
your
could be.
interaction go after that then, after the coffee?
So we've been texting back and forth, but then she stopped, and I'm just wondering, well, is she busy or is she not feeling me, you know?
What's the last thing you said to her?
I don't know, I'm kind of awkward with text. So I think I was just saying like, hey, so still drinking beet juice? Because I brought like beet juice. And I was just saying like, hey, I'm still drinking it. I don't know, I'm awkward. I'm so...
That actually sounds kind of funny. I mean,
Oh.
Did she respond to the beet juice comment at all, or was that the last you heard from her?
Yeah, that was the last.
are you trying too hard to like be into what she's into?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I was trying to connect with her just to show that I was into her stuff that she was into, but I don't know. I hope she doesn't think I was mocking her, you know? I hope she doesn't, like, think I'm an idiot.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
Cool.
All right, man, hang on.